Life hacks for university. We're going to get off to a good start in 2026. This is exciting. We're going to work smart, reduce stress, and perform better. We'll keep this really informal, so if you have any questions as we go, just put your hand up or jump in or just start shouting at me. That's totally fine. The reason this is called Life Hacks is because every Wednesday at 2 p.m, in here in Oasis, in the corner over here, we run the Life Hacks drop-in sessions. So you don't need to register, you can just turn up and we have a chat about all these different topics around study, around life, around well-being, around hacking your life to get the most out of uni. I am there leading it, so I'm Chris, I'm one of the counsellors, I run wellbeing programs as well. But it's not really run by me, so I like to get strategies from the students, so it's kind of a sharing exercise. I will be throwing in some hacks as well as we go along, but it's very much people sharing their own wisdom and their own knowledge with each other. So a good chance to meet new people as well. So that's every Wednesday, 2 o'clock. Would love to see you. So lots of great subjects there. Okay, let's get into, so I'm going to give you 5 life hacks. The first one today is owning your time, making time your friend. Who here struggles with time? Fitting everything in? There's a lot of stuff to do in life, isn't there? And now you've got a lot extra, I hate to say it. Who here is studying full-time? Everyone is studying full-time, okay. So, I'm not sure if you've heard this or not, but really, when you boil it down, it's going to be about the equivalent of a full-time job. How much time you need to put into study. I don't mean to scare you, but if you want to do well, you're looking at about 36 hours per week of study outside of your classes. So what I would really recommend is treat your degree like a full-time job. And I know some students who actually come here 9 to 5. If they don't have work, they might work after hours, but they'll come to uni regardless if they have classes or not. They go to the library, they find a spot and they bring their lunch. We've got fridges here and oven and stoves and microwaves. You can heat your lunch up. Someone's blending something right now. So you can do that. You can treat your degree like a full-time job. So next one here is using a semester or weekly planner. Now, has everyone also a yearly planner? Have you picked up a yearly planner there? Would you mind just unfurling that and showing everyone? Just in case, it's a really strong blender. Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah, no, this is, I've got the uni one in there.
Oh, okay.
Grab it out.
Oh, if you don't mind. Here we go, thank you so much. So, on the Flinders University stall, there is this calendar you can pick up, the yearly calendar. And what I would recommend with that one, that gives you a good bird's eye view. So you could put in all your due dates, so you can see from one glance when everything is due. And then you can start working backwards and set other dates to start your study, for example, or to start preparing for that essay or that exam. And then I'd also recommend having a weekly planner. Does anyone here use a weekly planner at all? Yeah? Yeah, yeah. Is that useful? Yeah? Sorry about the noise. Not sure what's going on there. Some drilling by the sound of it. So we have semester planner, yearly planner, weekly planner. What I recommend with the weekly planner is to put in all your classes, put in all your work, so you can be really clear about when... That's really off-putting. It's really off-putting. Give me a sec. I'm going to just ask him to... Okay, they're done. We can relax. Sorry for those people on the recording watching this. We just had people drilling big holes in the wall and it was a bit disturbing and distracting. Okay, so weekly planner, you're putting in all your mandatory things and then you're going to have all this space around your classes. So how are you going to fill those things in? And one thing I would say is try and work out, you probably know this already, when is your brain switched on the most? Because that's a good time to study. So who here is a morning person? Am I the only one? You kind of? Afternoon? Evening? Late evening, like 3 in the morning? That's not, I feel for you people, that's going to be hard, but if you can try and plan your study around when your brain is most active and perhaps doing other things like socialising or exercising when your brain isn't so on the ball. So putting all your due dates in, add some buffers. I always recommend having 1 or 2 days before the due date. You can try and trick yourself and try and complete things a couple of days before if you can. That would be always good. You might want to block a couple of days a week before assignments are due as well, just so you've got a couple of days to really focus on that particular assignment. Has anyone here heard of the Pomodoro method? Can you please explain it?
So since our brains can only have a real focus time for not too long, the Pomodoro technique is 25 minutes of full focus and then 5 minutes off, walking around, have a break, and then back into it.
So yeah, Pomodoro is Italian for tomato, and apparently the story goes there was an Italian chef and he had a little timer that's the shape of a tomato, and it went for 25 minutes. And the science shows, it turns out, that if you can focus for 25 minutes, it's a pretty good amount of time, and also it doesn't feel like forever. If I say, oh yeah, I'm going to work on that essay for all of Saturday, that can feel a bit overwhelming. I'm going to study all day. Who wants to do that? But if you can break it up into smaller chunks, so it's going to be just 25 minutes. I'm going to turn my phone off. Another little hack here for phones, there's the off button. You can turn it off. Yeah, you can turn it off and put it somewhere far, far away, and it's just 25 minutes. Tell your parents and your siblings and your dog, you're focusing now. Do not interrupt me. And then you get 5 minutes to do whatever the hell you want, which is pretty good. But I wouldn't recommend going back on your phone because you may not come back. So you can do a few 25 minutes in a row, a few Pomodoros in a row, maybe 3 or 4, then have a longer break. So thank you for explaining that. So you can experiment with that. So a little idea here, if it's not scheduled, it probably won't happen. That other saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So we want to plan our week to the best of our ability. I try and do that every Sunday. That's quite a good time to plan that particular week because every week is different. So you can go, okay, I've got a few different things happening here. How am I going to find those 36 hours to study this week? We are going to beat procrastination. Anyone here procrastinators? Yeah. The others are probably in denial maybe, I'm not sure. I certainly am. Now, we procrastinate because we are avoiding discomfort when we need to sit down and do something hard. Essentially, it's because it feels a bit uncomfortable and we'd rather do something else. And when we do that thing, we get some relief. But the problem is, yeah, we might find relief, but that work stockpiles and then we get more stressed and then we get more uncomfortable and then we procrastinate even more. One myth I want to dispel today is the myth of motivation. There is no motivational fairy that's going to come along and ding you on the head and all of a sudden you have motivation to get up and do that thing. It just doesn't exist. So there's another M word I want to bring up today, which is momentum. This idea of just getting started. As hard as it can be, as uncomfortable as it might be, if you can just get started, it might be writing a crap essay. It might be just opening up your laptop and just getting started. I run an ADHD group in here. One of the students talked about writing a crap essay. So what it means, just get something down, even if it's just the titles, just even if it's not good, it's getting you started, and then hopefully you can keep going. And this is why Pomodoro is good, because it just gets you started. And if 25 minutes feels too long, maybe just do 10 minutes or 5 minutes or even 1 minute. Just commit to doing 1 minute. If you get to 1 minute, you can do some more. There's this concept of chunking as well. So a bit like Pomodoro, we chunk our time into smaller chunks. We can break the tasks into smaller chunks as well. So again, if I say I'm going to finish my essay on Saturday, that can feel a bit overwhelming. So how about for 25 minutes, I'm going to read one article. And the next Pomodoro, I'm going to write the introduction. I'm going to spend time dividing that essay into 4 or 5 different chunks. I'm going to work on that one chunk only. Again, it might feel a bit more manageable. So we want to take action, and hopefully motivation will come up. And just remember the reason why you've chosen your degree, why you are here. That you feel a bit of discomfort because it matters to you. It matters to you to do well. So remembering that, remembering it's normal to feel this discomfort, and can we take that with us as we keep putting one foot in front of the other. This is my favourite life hack, which is getting the foundations right. This is some of the stuff you can do starting today. Okay, the basic stuff around well-being. We know sleep is important. If we don't get enough sleep, we're not going to be switched on. We're not going to be able to work in the way that we want to. Humans need 7 to 9 hours, but not only that, we need a good schedule, like going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. Very helpful for our circadian rhythm. Again, you can add that to your weekly planner. Make sure your sleep is working well. We know that exercise stimulates dopamine, endorphins. It helps us have more clarity and focus, helps us sleep better, gives us more energy. So if you can do some walking or other sport or other activity during the day to get the heart rate up a little bit, I'm sure you'll notice a big difference. If you put junk in your mouth, your brain's going to be junk. Remember, nutrition, really, really important. These things are so underrated. We've talked about digital distraction. Put that phone away, turn your notifications off. We're going to talk a bit more about connection. So number 4 is learning how to learn. So a few tips here. I really like the idea of being an active learner, not a passive learner. My son started uni this week, and one thing I was saying to him was, see if you can, and a lot of subjects they require this, do some pre-reading before you get to your lecture or tutorial. Because then when you get to the lecture, it's the second time you're hearing these concepts. And that's good for a couple of reasons. It will sink in more, but also you might have questions ready. And it makes you look really smart because you've got the questions ready to go. Make sure you're testing yourself on a regular basis, using those practice questions for exams. And before you study, you might want to just go over the information that you learned the day before, because that's going to embed those memories in your brain and those neural pathways in your brain. Last one is do not do uni alone. This is the importance of connection. So all the research and studies show that if you have a buddy, even one mate or a few friends that you're studying with especially, but other than that, just friends at uni, you're actually more likely to succeed and get better grades. So this is really important stuff. It's nice to have someone to share the journey with, the ups and downs, the stress, the anxiety. And I have a challenge for you this week. If you can, join just one club. Just one club. There's so many clubs out there. I'm sure you can find something, whether it's sporting or other, that resonates with you. A great way to meet people. Has anyone heard the term body doubling before? Yeah? You've got it all down packed. What's body doubling?
sometimes it can help to have someone just there with you, motivating you to actually do your work. They can be doing anything really, but as long as they're there, that can help you just do what you need to.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So it's really holding accountability with someone else. They don't need to be studying the exact same thing that you're studying, but if you can agree from 10 to 11:30, for example, we're going to sit down, we are going to focus and get this done. It's a term from the world of ADHD, body doubling. You can have more than, you can do body tripling or whatever. You can have a study group. But you need to agree that we're going to be studying, not socialising or gossiping or whatever. So that can be really helpful. And if you can't find anyone at the time you need, there's people on YouTube that are doing live studying, believe it or not, and you can study with them. And there's websites as well where you can actually be matched up with someone all over the world to study with. So that's an option too if that floats your boat. Really important to ask for help early, whether that's your academics. We have free counselling here, 6 free sessions with a counsellor at your time at uni. So please do ask for help. We have our student learning support service. We have library staff. Flinders is known as the friendly university. It really is. So it's a great chance to embed yourself in the uni, but also to engage in those support services when you need it. Got a whole stack of wellbeing programs as well. So we know the research shows, again, high-performing students use support. So life hacks. This is happening every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And something to leave you with here, which is you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. And I hate to say it, but to be successful, you just kind of need to be a bit boring. I mean, everything I've said today isn't that sexy, is it? It's a bit boring. Have a weekly planner and scheduling your time. So if you can have all those things, your sleep schedule, and be a little bit boring, I think the boringness will pay off and you'll be really successful. So you can start small, start this week and start today. And I wish you all the very best from the bottom of my heart. To hope you will get off to a great start at uni. And if you're not, that's okay. Come and talk to someone. You can speak to a counsellor this week. We've got appointments free. So please do reach out if you need it. Thank you, everyone. All the best, and hopefully we'll see you around. Take care. What's the time? 27. We finished a bit early, that's okay. Any questions anyone has? So a couple of flyers I gave you there, the life hacks and the online that's one that I run as well. You can consider that. A few different options, one here, one in the city, and one online. So one for this week. That's 5 weeks, 1 day. And if you haven't had a tour of this place, Jacob's out there, he can show you around. It's a pretty cool little place to come and just hang out and study. We've got free tea and coffee in the kitchen. That's it for me. Take care. All the best. Thank you. We've got the Oasis schedule there. No worries.
My first year, I think, is